So like I said, my name is David Cox, lead meteorologist here at the National Weather Service in Jackson, Mississippi, and this is the weekly weather briefing for the Arkansas region for June 26, 2023. The highlights for this briefing: severe storms are possible again this evening. Hazards, damaging winds, 60 miles per hour, and quarter-size hail. We are expecting extremely dangerous heat stress likely this week. We'll also go briefly over the severe storms that rolled through yesterday across the entire region. Mention the expected rainfall this week, some update on the rivers and the tropical outlook. So this morning we had this potential up till around now. We have some ongoing convection in Catahoula and Concordia parishes, and potentially it could make it into the Adams County area. But very similar to this graphic, and we will have this updated shortly, that another round of severe storms are possible into the overnight hours in the region. Basically in where this marginal outlook is outlined currently is very similar to what was updated just this morning. So gusty winds and hail will be the main threats with that overnight. But we're not anticipating anything anywhere near magnitude of what we saw yesterday evening. So as mentioned before yesterday, with all of these storms that rolled through, we were concerned about power outages due to this extremely dangerous heat stress expected this week. So for today, we are expecting, we have a heat advisory out with potential that this is only going to increase and heat stress is going to become very, very much a big problem across the entire region. So because this high pressure, very anomalous warmth moving in, temperatures could reach even into the low 100s, and combined with high low-level moisture, we could have heat index values of 110 to 115 plus across a good portion of the area, really a majority of the area. So heat stroke is increasingly likely and imminent with prolonged outdoor activity, and especially will be even more of a concern for any areas that have more extended power outages. So that's definitely a concern this week that we're going to have to be monitoring. The severe storms that rolled through yesterday brought widespread damaging winds across the region. As you can tell, there were lots of warnings issued from regional offices. Some of the more significant reports, we had 75 mile per hour wind gusts sent to us from Starkville and some damage at Starkville Academy, and 76 mile per hour gust at Jackson here at the airport as that line of storms moved across the region. That most intense area of damage really were from the northwestern Arkansas Delta down to the Natchez Trace, I-20, and into the southeast into the Pine Belt. So we had a lot of damage from those storms, as mentioned yesterday in our previous briefing. The rainfall this week, it's light, and most of it's confined to really the next couple of days. And after that, most of it's generally less than an inch or even less than a half an inch across the area. As mentioned before, most is early this week through around Wednesday, and then we will be very dry through the end of the week, and some chances moving back into next weekend. Brief update on the rivers. They are on the way down really along the Pearl Basin, and any of the areas that received some of the recent rain that we had yesterday may have had a slight bump up in river stage, but really it's only Rockport remaining flood, and no concerns outside of just the lower Pearl for any hydrology concerns. Tropical outlook this week, there is a tropical disturbance in the central Atlantic, has a low chance of development, but otherwise quiet conditions are expected across the western Atlantic and Gulf of Mexico regions. So in summary, we are expecting severe storms possible again this evening in southwestern Mississippi and northeast Louisiana. The hazard with those are damaging winds of 60 miles per hour and quarter-size hail. Due to all of the power outages from the severe storms yesterday, This extremely dangerous heat stress, likely this week will be even more of a concern. So definitely take precautions, stay hydrated, and limit prolonged outdoor activities. We also went over severe storms yesterday, the rainfall this week, and a brief update on the rivers and tropical outlook.